Misconceptions and opportunity. That is what's staring in the face of a number of people when it comes to XRP. However, people continue to pass up on this opportunity. We're going to talk a little bit about what the misconceptions are from the XRP ruling. Why are people selling on the chart? And ultimately, the partners and what I believe is coming when we talk about XRP. So if you are bullish on XRP, you want to hear more content about XRP, all you gotta do, smash the like button, drop a comment down below, and let me know why you're holding XRP, and subscribe for more. And with that being said, let's take a look and see what's going on in the market. So you can see a significant push down right now, nearly 5% down XRP as we talk about this video, dropping to 62.53. Now, I talked about this in my live stream that I thought we could potentially pick up around 59 cents as people continue to sell off XRP as they don't know what's coming. What's interesting though, this huge spike in volume ultimately depicts somebody or some entity selling a significant amount. We saw some liquidation points for the entire cryptocurrency market of around $50 million in the last hour. So you can see how big that liquidation is across the market, as well as this push down. And unfortunately, there may be a little bit more. BTC, we know they are trying to push that down, 28,300. But when it talks about Ripple, why do we get people selling off? Well, people, unfortunately, sometimes don't know what's coming when we look at XRP, cross-border payments, specifically cheap and quick transactions, banking institutions. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, as well as much more coming with XRP. But there is equally a lot of misclarity when it comes to the ruling and misconceptions. We're going to talk about them just in a minute. So misconception number one is that the decision was a split decision. And it was simply about getting clarity in the market and ultimately what is the status of XRP. And the status of XRP through the court ruling was that it was not a security. This cannot be changed. Whatever people think, we can go back and change the decision that was made by the judge that XRP was not a ruling. The second one is that XRP is a security in some settings and not in others. It is simply not true. XRP as a digital token is not in itself an investment contract, thus not a security. Well, XRP, just like an orange grove or gold bar, when coupled with promises can be sold as an investment contract, the XRP itself does not magically transform into security in these situations. So whatever people are telling you out there, however people feel about it, the reality is XRP is not a security in any situation. Now, whether that is linked and sold as an investment contract is where it becomes a bit grayer, and actually that potentially could be deemed as a security, but the court did judge the XRP, the token itself, what you purchase off an exchange and hold, is not a security. Misconception 3 is ultimately that a share of stock is always a security, so it makes no sense that certain transactions in XRP are securities and other transactions are not. The existence of the investment contract, a special type of security separately defined by law, must be determined on a transaction by transaction basis. Ultimately, what is it you are getting from interacting as part of that transaction? Again, this doesn't mean that if you buy it from one place or another, that it automatically becomes a security and that ultimately it's not. The true of no matter how you bought the stock or who sold it, it's all about the company accountability and don't fulfill obligations in which it was sold to individuals. Now, misconception 4, the decision is wrong because it protects sophisticated institutions but not retail buyers. So the court did not say that only sophisticated institutions should be protected and not retail buyers. The court ruled on the reach of the SEC's jurisdiction, which stops once there are no securities to regulate. So again, this isn't about going after the little guy. This isn't about protecting the government. This isn't about protecting anything other than the consumer. And ultimately, the consumer does need protection in this digital asset. We've talked about this a long time on the channel, but also there are no allegations of fraud in the Ripple case or in other cases. However, they've seen no shortage of law enforcement agencies exercising lawful jurisdiction to combat that fraud, where we see it in underhand tactics or any other coin that's kind of done it. I think that's really, really important. Misconception 5, the decision makes it impossible for Ripple to do business. Simply not true. And we already know that 20 financial institutions and equally multiple foreign regulators are also starting to work with XRP. Japan, Singapore, Switzerland, UAE, and the UK all determine that XRP is not a security. And in fact, UK is held at hand. We also heard from Monica Long the other day talking about how they're pushing into lots of these parts of the world. And finally, misconception number 6 is that the court ruled against Ripple and its fair notice defense. Ultimately, the SEC moved for summary judgment on Ripple's fair notice defense, which was based, among other things, on internal emails from the SEC, indicating that its then head of corporate finance ignored multiple warnings that his speech contained analysis divorced from the Howey factors and would create greater confusion. And ultimately, that was why they did everything they possibly could to remove those, because it would not give them jurisdiction going forward and ultimately could open the door for lots of others. So fundamentally, absolute clarity, XRP, the token itself, is not a security. So people need to understand that, which then opens up the opportunity for that to be regulated and, more importantly, therefore, used in the banking and financial sector. Now, we know partners of Ripple and equally senior executives in some of these big banks are all paired up and supporting Ripple. We have Bank of America, PNC Bank, Siam Commercial Bank in Thailand. Their service facilitates payments to 12 countries. Santander in the US, a subsidiary of the Spanish group, and again focusing on that Eastern USA. And we know partners have been worked out. Standard Chartered Bank here in the UK, been partnered with Ripple since 2016 and allowing payments to over 50 countries. QLix in Mexico as well, 2017. But ultimately, what we're seeing now is even more partners coming on board, even bigger potentials when it comes to XRP. So when you add all that together and you look at this, what do you see? Well, you see opportunity, in my opinion. It's never financial advice on this channel. However, you see opportunity where at some point XRP will no longer be this price again. This could be an opportunity to get in. I'm not telling you to go and do it, but I think when you look into XRP, there is a huge potential upside coming and a complete shift in the financial sector. And I, for one, will be covering it on this channel, and I'm excited, and I'm buying more XRP. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you bought more XRP? Let me see X buy in the chat if you bought some more. And as ever, thank you so much for watching the video. Let's see XRP to the moon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.